Aloha, Michelle here, and I'm taking a walk. It's just about to be sunset soon. Check it out there. And I was having a conversation with my mother on the telephone, and I was telling her about this story that I was meditating on for the last week, whether I should share it or not, because I didn't want to come across as too boastful or bragging about like being a good human being or whatever. And she was like, no, I think there's a really good lesson there, and if you feel comfortable in sharing it, then share it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna share it right now. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm rocking a hat here because it's been a little chilly. I'm a jacket on here. I know you're probably laughing, but after you get acclimated to a certain climate, when it gets to be like 55, 60, whatever, you get a little cold. So anyways, the story, here's what happened. So about a week ago, I was on a trail run, and it was all the way on the north side of the island, and it's a very sacred, spiritual spot. I get called up there often to do the trail there. It's absolutely magnificent. I'm sure you've seen the pictures many times that I posted. And so I just got off the trail run. I'm feeling, really high off of that energy, and it was starting to get dark because it was sunset, and so there weren't many people around, and I'm running down the street, and I have my headphones on, and in between the beat, I see out of the corner of my eye that there's a woman. She's standing in the middle of the street, and she was yelling something, and she was barefoot, and she just didn't look like she was in a good state. And I heard her say something about me being a strong, oh, I don't want to go that way, there's people there, about being a strong woman. But I could feel that it was not genuine. She was kind of poking at me. So I just, trusted my intuition, and I felt called to go up to her and, kind of confront her and just say, hey, what's up? Like, what did you say? I didn't hear you. Like, what's going on? And, hey, do you live here? Like, why are you coming at me like this? This is not Aloha vibes. What's going on? And just trying to see the compassionate side of what's going through people's minds, because you don't really know why they're acting the way they are. And obviously she's in pain that she's acting like that. So I just felt called in the service to just say, hey, what's going on? Anyway, I'll spare you all the details, but basically I could tell that she wasn't like mentally right. She's maybe on something. And she's like, look, I'm a dancer, my feet are cut, blah, blah, blah. I feel like you're being 50% authentic. I said, oh, I'm being 50% authentic. I said, we obviously don't know me, because I'll tell you the truth. And she said, more authentic than all these other people that I've seen up here. I said, oh yeah, okay, well, anyway, I'm like, come on, I got a pair of extra slippers in my car, which are flip-flops. We call them slippers here in Hawaii. And she's like, okay. I said, yeah, someone stole mine at the beach the other day. So I actually have a backup pair. I always have backups for everything. My capoeira teacher taught me that. Always have backup plans. So I'm like, I got backup slippers. I'll give you a pair. So I give her the slippers. And then it's almost dark at that point. No one's up there. I'm like, who's going to pick this lady up? I felt comfortable with her. If it came down to it, I could totally fend myself if I needed to. But I didn't think that would happen. And I was like, look, where are we going? And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, where are we going? Because obviously I'm going to be giving you a ride, because who else is going to take you at this point? So she hops in the car with me, and I'm like, we got to stop at the spring on the way back, though. So we go to the spring. I had the flashlight. I'm going to get the spring water. She's like, can you wash my slippers for me? I'm like, yeah, I'll wash them for you. So I wash her slippers, She's like praying over in the bushes when I come back. She's squatting. I thought she was peeing. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm praying to the Father. She's like, you've really humbled me. I'm like, thank you. And so anyway, I give her a ride back into town. I'm in the car with her for about 15 minutes, and she's obviously not too sound, but there were some nuggets of wisdom that were coming through that I was able to filter through. So I just, let her do her thing, didn't get triggered by any of it. And she's like, the reason why, like, your energy is so strong and so powerful is because you don't take it personally. You don't take that on. So, like, that's the thing right there. When people say things, if you don't get offended, you are stronger in the light. And so I was just like, obviously this person is in pain. Whatever their thing is, I'm not going to take it on. And just was like, okay, and, told her some things that I felt like she needed to hear with love, but to the point. And so anyway, we get into town. I give her a ride into the shopping center, and I wanted to get out because I wanted to go in the store too. And she comes around to me. She opens her arms up and she says, I want to give you a hug. Thank you. I really appreciate you. And I was just like, wow, that's amazing. And it just felt really good. I trusted my gut. I knew that it would be okay, that it was a safe situation, and that's what I needed to do. So sometimes we're called to do, you know, if you want to label it extraordinary things or unusual things in ordinary circumstances. And obviously, you know, you need to be discerning and trust yourself. And I'm not telling you to go do that, but for me, that felt right. And to have compassion for people, because there have been times in my life where, you know, I've done things not like that, you know, other instances, and people had compassion on me and they showed me love. And that's what that person needed. They were crying out for love. And so the next time something happens, you know, maybe someone shuts a door in your face, or, you know, they need $1 for something, whatever it is, maybe you'll be called into that circumstance as well, and you'll pay it forward. So anyway, I know I feel like a little risque telling this story, but, you know, this is the kind of stuff this is the way I live my life. This is what it feels good to me. And so I just wanted to share that, because if you don't share it, then you don't know, and we don't know about people. So I just wanted you to know a little bit more about what I'm about. So anyways, I'd love to hear from you. If you feel inclined to leave a comment, please do that below. And send you lots of love. Aloha vibes. Beautiful sunset about to happen there. Much love. Take care.